How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Rangers Rundown. Well, the Rangers did it. They pulled off 2 wins in a row this weekend, getting 4 out of a possible 4 points from division rivals, no less. It's very nice to see. Hedl is still on the IR, so he's missed his third game in a row with an upper body injury. Shesterkin is okay. He did leave the game last night, but he is fine. He was the backup tonight. Tonight was Strom's 200th game with the Rangers. So yes, he has been with the team that long. And Georgiev, tonight was his 100th NHL game, and he does get the win. So congrats to Georgiev. The lineup tonight: Blaise, Zibanejad, Kreider, Panarin, Strome, Kakko, Lafreniere, Gaudreau, Gauthier, Hunt, Rooney, Reeves, Lindgren, Fox, Miller, Trouba, Nemeth, Lundqvist, and Georgiev gets the start since Shesterkin played last night. Getting into the first period, 2 minutes and 47 seconds in, Rooney and Reeves have a chance, so that fourth line still producing offense, not so much in goals and assists, but they are getting chances. They're developing offense for this team. Kreider and Lindgren get a 2-on-1 chance shortly after. Gauthier has 2 very good chances in one shift. He is generating a fair share of offense himself. He's a big body. He can push himself into the zone and force the other team back on their heels. He is a nice player to have in this lineup. 6:06, Georgiev makes a save with no rebound. And I thought to myself, yay, he's getting better at that. Georgiev not letting up those rebounds. Panarin breaks up a 2-on-1, so Panarin playing well defensively tonight. Georgiev has a good save shortly after. Halfway through, the first line has a good chance. New Jersey gets a good bout of pressure around 12 minutes into that first period. First half of the first period, I would say the Rangers played pretty well, but then the Devils kind of stormed in the second half of that first period. 13:44, Panarin had a very nice backhand. It was a good shot, but it wouldn't go in. 14:31, Strome has a chance in the high slot, but he would miss. And then at 15:23, Bratt would score the opening goal of the night. It was a breakaway, and we all know how well Georgiev does on those, but he would flip the script on that towards the end of this game. So the first goal of the game is a breakaway goal by the Devils, but the Rangers would come back. Around 17 minutes in, deflection chance for the Rangers. Fox was tripped, but no call. I think the ref was blocked. He didn't catch it. 18:51, Blais hits the crossbar in a 3-on-2. I'm sure he wants that one back. He is still searching for his first goal of the season. Shots 11-10 for the Rangers in that first period. So Rangers over the last couple games have been doing well at generating shots and out shooting their opponents in these periods, which is something they need to continue. They played a good first half, like they said, but then they played on their heels the second half of that period, and it ended up costing them a goal, so they go into the second period down 1-0. But 3 minutes and 11 seconds into that second period, Fox would score a beautiful goal. Gauthier charged into the zone, and then Fox gets it in the slot, and he puts it behind Blackwood. Shortly after, there was a great save by Georgiev. Nice to see him make those great saves, build his confidence up a little bit. Lindgren looks for a deflection in front. Blackwood also playing very well for the Devils. 5:02, Subban takes a slashing penalty. Now, before tonight, the Rangers' power play was 12th in the NHL. Their power play doing much better, and their penalty kill not doing as well as it used to. The power play and the penalty kill have kind of flipped spots in terms of league standings. 2 shots on that power play, neither would go in. Trouba had a good shot after that power play was over. 9:20, Vesey takes a slashing penalty. Remember Jimmy Vesey? Yeah, he's on the Devils now. Nothing would come from that power play, but 4 seconds after that power play ends at 11:24, Lafreniere would score a goal. The shot slipped through, and Lafreniere, all he had to do was push it right over the line, and Kakko would get his first point of the season, an assist on that Lafreniere goal. 13:02, Lindgren would be called for interference, and it was kind of a weak call. We could debate about that call, but I thought it was kind of a weak call. 18 seconds into that power play for the Devils, Hamilton would score a power play goal, bar down. The penalty kill for the Rangers before this game started was 21st in the NHL. Devils went 1 for 1 on the power play tonight. So are they still 21st? Probably, but their penalty kill is not what it used to be. Power play is better. If we can get both up to doing what they're supposed to do, that would be a very, very deadly special teams in this league. Georgiev has a save on a 3-on-1, so that puts a little momentum back into the Rangers' favor. Rebound chance around 14:40 for the Rangers. 16:20, Blais has a breakaway with Kreider. And then at 17:40, Kakko misses an open net. It was not nice to see. Blackwood gave it up behind the net, pass out front, and Kakko just completely whiffs it wide of the net. End of the second period, shots 15-7 for the Rangers in that period. So Rangers outshoot the Devils by 1 in the first. They outshoot the Devils by 8 shots in that second period. Third period, Panarin has an early shot, getting the offense going. 3 minutes in, Rangers getting looks and chances. Devils starting to really push back, though. 3:53 of that third period, Blais connects with Subban, and he awkwardly goes into the boards, and he gets sent to the locker room. Now, Subban has a history of slew-footing and dirty plays. If you watch the replay, I guess you could make the argument either way. Subban does get his toe into the skate of Blais, which sends his foot into the boards, and he messed up his knee on that play. I wouldn't be surprised if Blais is out for a couple weeks with a knee injury. But then again, he could be fine, because we saw Reeves in the preseason get slew-foot by Subban and was out for not a while, but, knee injuries can go one way or the other, so we hope Blais is okay. He's a nice producer on this team. Shortly after, Georgiev makes a great save. Hunt almost found Rooney for a deflection, so again, that fourth line doing well. 6:29, Kakko scores his first goal of the season. He makes a defensive play in the neutral zone, and then he has a little give and go with Strome. He dekes around the goalie, and he puts it in the back of the net. It was a beautiful first goal of the season for Kakko. As he's deking around Blackwood, he does knock Blackwood over, and Blackwood stays in the game for another 2 minutes, but then he probably gets a call to go to the locker room for concussion protocol. He stayed in the game for 2 minutes, so I figured he was fine, but then Bernier comes in to replace him. He skates to the bench, but then he ends up going to the locker room. So I'm sure somebody said, hey, get him to the locker room. We got to check him out for concussion. So Bernier is in the game at 8:38. Rangers doing a very good job denying the offensive zone for the Devils and getting the puck deep into their own offensive zone. Up until the Zacha goal at 17-16, the Rangers were playing very well defensively, really stopping up the neutral zone, not letting the Devils get a lot of good opportunities to tie the game up until 17-16 when Zacha would score that goal. He got his own rebound. It was a very speedy entry for the Devils. Rangers missed a couple assignments. They let Zacha get in. He gets his own rebound. The game is tied 3-3. Couple late period chances for the Rangers. Devils take a timeout with about 34 seconds left in the third period, but the game goes to overtime. Overtime starts with Strome, Panarin, and Fox. About 2 minutes in, Georgiev actually stops a breakaway, so good for him. That would kind of be foreshadowing of the shootout to come, where he played pretty well. Nothing happens in overtime. Good chances either way. Rangers generated 5 shots in overtime, while the Devils only generated 1, which was that breakaway. We get to the shootout. And in my head, and I'm sure a lot of other Rangers fans' heads, the shootout is literally just breakaways. And historically, Georgiev is not great at breakaways. But he does end up pulling off the win. Severson starts. Georgiev denies him. Zibanejad after him misses. Bratt scores, but then Kakko comes on and scores. So they're back to tied. Hamilton comes on and scores. So now Panarin comes on and he has to score to keep the shootout going. and indeed he does. Mercer comes on after him, doesn't score. Lafreniere comes on in the 4th round and does not score. Janssen comes on and scores on Georgiev. Strome comes on and needs to score to keep it going, and indeed he does. So 5 rounds in, the Rangers have kept it going twice. Tatar comes on in the 6th round. He doesn't score. Rooney comes on, also doesn't score. So we go to a 7th round in the shootout. Zacha comes on, does not score. Kreider comes on in the 7th round, puts a beautiful move on Bernier and puts it in the back of the net. The Rangers win 4-3 in the 7th round of a shootout by Chris Kreider. It was a stressful game, but an important win for the Rangers, a division rival, and the 2nd game in a back-to-back where Georgiev wins his 100th game in the NHL and the Rangers get 4 out of a possible 4 points in 2 games straight. Very good showing for the Rangers this weekend. Stats at the end of the game, shots 41-27 in favor of the Rangers. So the 2nd game in a row where the Rangers are in the 40s for shots generated. Keep this up. This is how you win games, putting shots on the net. Face-off, just over 50% for the Rangers. Power play went 0 for 2. Hits 22-15 in favor of the Rangers, and blocks 19-11 also in favor of the Rangers. The trivia question of the evening: who is the only other Rangers player to record more than 10 points in one season against the Devils? Now, last season, both Panarin and Strome had more than 10 points against the Devils. So who is the only other Rangers player in Rangers history to score more than 10 points against the Devils in one season? I, of course, did not know the answer, but it was Mike Gartner in 1991-1992. He had 11 points against the Devils that season. The Rangers are back in action Tuesday against Montreal, and we'll see if they can pull off 3 wins in 3 games and 4 nights. A feat that does not happen often, but we'll see if the Rangers can get it done. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next rundown.